Okay. Alright, so I needed kindling for this new firebox stove that I got, and I need to process some kindling down, and all I got is my folding knife. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the actual knife. Understand that when you're batoning, you're putting a lot of stress on that knife, and even more so when it comes to folding knives, because what is keeping this, how these things are built, there is a pin that goes right through here, and that is what the knife is rotating on. So when you are hitting it, and when you're batoning it, you're subjecting that pin to a lot of tension, a lot of pressure, and that can very easily break your knife. Which is why if you do have to baton with a small knife, I recommend something that is cheap and durable. For this, I have the Victorinox Sentinel, as it ran me 15 bucks on Amazon. You also want something that has a locking mechanism on it of some type. It doesn't matter if it's a frame back or a frame lock or whatever. You want something that has a decent lock on it, because the last thing you want is for that to fold and close down on you. Alright, so next we're going to talk about is the actual wood that you're going to be batoning. You want something that is no larger than a third of your blade. When you're dealing with a full-size knife, it doesn't matter typically how long it is, as long as it's just shorter and you have enough on the end of your blade to baton all the way down. It's different when it comes to your folding knives, because you need enough to baton, but you also want enough of a gap so that way it reduces the shock that gets put onto that pin. So when you are batoning, you want to place it in the center, so that way if you divide your knife into thirds, this is going to rest on the center third of your knife. Then, when it actually comes time to baton, you want to hit the back. You want to hit on the third that is furthest away from your body, and that will keep from your knife from closing in on your hand. It keeps your hand safe from actually getting batoned by the piece of wood that you're batoning with. And if your lock fails for whatever reason, because again you are subjecting that lock and that pin to a lot of stress, you are also now protected from the blade of your knife. So now you just hit. And there you go. As you can see, this knife still works. A little bit more play than was originally there, but that's to be expected. If you're in a situation where you're actually needing to do this for whatever reason, hopefully you don't have a really expensive blade. And that is why you need something that's more durable. Stay awesome, folks. I need something to do for the X.